We on it.
Can you hit? Can you hit?
We good.
You sure? I ain't turn that shit down.
We good. We on. We good.
All right. Welcome to the Red Cup, man. You know what I'm saying? We got my man D Ford in the house tonight. JB and Charlie Moore as usual. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know what D Ford up to these days. You know what I'm saying? Formerly the number one player in the country. You know what I'm saying? Best junior high school player I've ever seen play back in the day. And, you know, those you know from the city, junior high school ball was like tough back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It was some real big shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start over with, you know, D Ford, man. Just come on the show, man. Done by a guy, Langley. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some of them junior high days, man. Just in the city, Langley. You know what I'm saying? Being recruited, which I don't think they do nowadays. You know what I'm saying? As a junior high guy, every high school in the country wanted to, not the city. Yeah. Trying to get D Ford, man. How was them days back then?
Man, we were talking about it earlier, man. Man, Anthony Tucker was a really big part of me being exposed to the D1 schools and the D1 coaches coming in and just seeing me playing at McKinley at a very young age, man. And those scouts coming to see Big Tuck. So happened they got to see the big 6'6" little skinny kid in that joint running around also. So man, Tuck probably was the best thing that ever happened to me, man, as far as me just being exposed to D1 coaches, man.
So when you started playing at Langdon, how was that?
The big bad Langley. First of all, man, Langley has a history of winning championships, man. Before I even got to Langley, man, they had went on this historical, maybe 60-game win streak, something like that, where they hadn't lost any championships in maybe 3 or 4 years. And when I got there, my 7th grade year, that probably was the first time that they didn't go deep in the playoffs and win the championship. In that 7th grade year, I didn't really play a lot, so that probably was the reason why they didn't go too deep. That's for another show.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that. Y'all had some mobs with that joint, though.
Yes, man, mobs.
So out of all the high schools that wanted you, what made you choose Dunbar?
We're going to keep that 100 also, man. You know, being at McKinley, I was also, we talked about me being the youngest person ever playing the Sidwell Friends League. Right. I had been playing with McKinley ever since 7th grade. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I had always been playing summer league with McKinley. And, you know, in summer league coaches and the regular league coaches, there's a big difference. And, you know, a lot of times when summer league coaches want to take over and run the program like they want to run the program. And me and one of the coaches at McKinley was having issues, you know, with that. So I think around my 9th grade year, winning started to become more important to me than a lot of other things. So when I started looking towards high schools, I was looking for winning programs. I was looking for programs, not just teams. And so happened, you know, Langley's right in that area, that Dunbar, Inman Washington was down that way. You know, I could have went to Cadoza, any of those schools in that area, but Dunbar had recently won the city championship. So going into the 9th grade year, I came up, my decision was going to be based on whoever won the city championship. That's what school I was going to
Dunbar went to 87, right? Ty Gibson, Deion Lewis,
yes,
Beagle,
and wanting to go to Dunbar, and being at McKinley, and like I said, Langley's like in the middle of those two schools, so I got a chance to watch both of those high school teams play every night I could. Either I was at a McKinley game, or either I was at a Dunbar game. So I got to watch a lot of live basketball.
Yeah. So how was the influence of Coach Roddy Gore, man? You know, we go way back, you know, like sandbox days.
Man, Roddy Gore was my man, Joe.
Best ever did it.
Roddy Gore came to my grandmother when I was, this was the first time when we used to go to, this was before we ended up going to Taiwan. I ended up going to Taiwan, China when I was around 13 years old. Like I said, during my 7th grade year at Langley. But Roddy Gore came to my grandmama that summer, man, and he said, Miss Ford, if you let him play with me, I'm gonna make him great. And my grandma, she ain't care. She just just wanted me to show I wasn't around the hood during the summertime, getting in all types of crazy shit. So, man, wherever Riley Gore took me, man, that's where we rocked and rolled, man. We did what we had to do, so. And that was my man. Like, he really exposed us to a lot of tournaments, too, man. It wasn't about, man, you got $500, you got this travel fee. Nah, Riley Gore said, look,
Gore was making it happen.
Riley Gore put an agenda together. He knew where all the D1 coaches were going to be at. He knew where all the best high school players were going to be, what tournaments they were going to be at. And that's where he was going. And we wasn't taking 10 to 15 dudes, man. Riley Gore take 8 or 9 guys, man.
That's it.
And that's how
and Jimmy.
Yeah.
From the boys club.
From the boys club.
Yeah.
Jimmy White.
Yeah. It wasn't no entourage. It was just niggas,
And before Jimmy and them, it was Willie Borden from down number 4 down.
They was getting it done.
Yeah. Willie, man, that's my man. Mr. Borden really took time out. That's when coaching was coaching, like in the Boys and Girls Club and the rec. Like you had guys that take the time out of what plays, what bullshit ass plays they trying to run. And teach a kid how to make a left hand layup. Yeah. Teach a kid how to gather his feet and take the proper steps to make the layup. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate Willie B. You know, for taking that time out, showing the big fella doing his Pat Ewing days how to drop step.
One of my memorable moments as far as you played back in the day when Dr. Carr get that motherfucker call you around, you know what I'm saying? Call your parents. If he say he be at 801, that motherfucker 801. Motherfucking car was 7 motherfuckers, and that motherfucker you battling up, going around motherfucker, that motherfucking hooping.
Like being young,
great bump right there,
and making a lot of dumb decisions. Like I didn't use Dr. Carr as a resource as I should have, as he allowed me to use him. You know what I'm saying? He had no hidden agendas. This man wanted me to be the best human being and be in the best situation I could be in my life. You know what I'm saying? And just being young, being from Southeast, you know, not really having a lot of strong influences. You know, during that time, 13, 14 years old, I was making a lot of decisions. You know what I'm saying, on my own. And we talking about big decisions. We ain't talking about just going to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? And running some numbers and come back. You know, them young ages, you pretty much, you know, my father was around, but, you know, he's working so much. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pay bills, trying to make sure grandma got everything that I should have. So you still the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of responsibilities, man. So I had a lot of responsibilities growing up.
To me, you know, I feel like, and again, being there, doing a lot of that time, and being your teammate on a lot of them teams, you know, especially them 12 and under, 13 and unders, you know, going down to Orlando, stuff like that. Like, I feel like that attitude probably of being a grown man probably carried to the court. Do you think that? Because to me, you know, we look back and we was laughing before the show. And, you know, to me, you passed. You was a passing big man. You know, you was kind of hybrid.
Basketball at?
No, but I had to be
where did you give him the basket?
Close to the basket. No room for error.
So he gonna fuck that money up. No room for error.
Hey, look,
so he gonna fuck that money up.
But the crazy thing is though, like I never thought of it like that. Although you were the man, but you played like a grown man. So I think probably part of that translated into your game at an early age, but you was just so advanced.
Well,
you
early,
know what I'm saying? You was advanced.
Early being advanced, you know, you got your goods and you got your bads. Sometimes, well, I ain't gonna say sometimes. A lot of times, being the best kid on the basketball court, and for me, I was 10 years old, 5'9", 5'10". So once I was like 12, 13, I was already. I got my first dunk when I was 12 years old.
You was dunking back
exactly.
then.
So like, it was a lot of times refs weren't calling fouls.
You Shaq before Shaq.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was some Shaq. That's some Shaq shit.
Big fella, you should finish. The refs used to actually tell me, "Hey, big fella, you should finish that."
Yeah.
I'm
Shaq in the 4.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Shaq in the 4.
I'm 10 years old. I'm 12. I'm 11 years old, and these kids are trying to cause me harm, but just because I'm bigger than these kids, you know, they're not calling those fouls. So, another good thing happened to me. You know, a transition that I also made from moving from southwest DC, moving over to southeast DC. The culture was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went from being, shy to don't foul down the floor too hard to look, we don't give a fuck about down the floor. Nigga, we gonna knock your motherfucking ass to the gravel out this joint.
So you went from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Real fast.
East Coast. He was in East Coast.
Yeah.
In my neighborhood, Conner Terrace and the Valley Green area, and Atlantic Street area, and Livingston Road area, man, we had a court called the Pit. Now, playing in our neighborhood, you weren't allowed to call fouls. If you call foul, man, you might as well go the fuck on another court, shoot around by your motherfucking self.
Mm-hmm.
So that part took to high school. Translated to the like I tried to go so hard, and like some games, it's a ref. I don't want to call his name. I don't, no disrespect.
Call his name. It's called no disrespect. So say his fucking name.
We're not gonna.
Let's name some refs. Let's name some.
All right, let me ask you this: name the worst inner-high ref you ever played.
The worst inner-high ref that I ever played against. The worst inner-high ref. Back in the day, I got to go with. Damn, that's tough right there.
Ain't that tough?
Yeah, it is.
No disrespect.
Now he's gonna level this game out. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make some terrible calls for the.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make some terrible calls for you too. Boy.
Shout out to Cheese.
I
need my tickets, Cheese.
Man, so Cheese.
Oh fuck it, the Nationals out there, but anyway.
Shout out to Amadon Elementary.
I'll see you later. Cheese, I'll see you next year.
Playing in that pit and being ref by Cheese made my mentality go like, I gotta play like it's no fucking refs out here.
Right.
I'm not gonna allow the refs. We're not gonna allow these refs to dictate whether or not we're gonna win this motherfucking game.
Right.
That's how that shit went down.
You gonna level it.
Cheese, no disrespect, Cheese, but you can't ref worth shit. Man. Dilly, man.
Cheese.
Well, the Nationals out there, but anyway, Cheese, so fuck that shit. You some shit.
Cheese, Reverend College now.
Yeah, sorry for them. Nah, Cheese, you my man, baby. Just fucking with you, man. All in fun, baby. All in fun, Cheese. All in goddamn fun.
Man, Cheese, wow.
My man D4, I remember he played y'all at Kelly Miller Lang in the championship. I look in that motherfucking lead blind, man. I'm like, hold up, these motherfuckers got to be motherfucking old as dumping everything. First play, this the motherfucking championship. Look at that motherfucker. We was like the top rated junior high players in the area that year. Yeah. So I keep hearing all this down and forward motherfucker. Like, damn, my coach Dickie Wells, rest in peace. He said, big boy Langley, man, them motherfuckers serious. Like, man, we got everything. I ain't tripping. Man, we seen them motherfuckers. It was first play of the game. Niggas throwing loud. Now, AC wasn't on the outlaw shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, we're in trouble tonight. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers got in the championship. But that was my first time seeing you play. Heard a lot about you. That shit was crazy, though. I mean, back then, nigga put it on the floor. All that little, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, then that's when we met up again at Dr. Carr.
Post up, pass,
and Dr. Carr was like, man, he said, man, you get the, if he get the rebound, you just get out the way. Fuck you mean get out the way, motherfucker? I got to get this rock. You know, get on rock. Dr. Carr, Jim, all them, Batombo, John Charles, niggas out there.
Used to be up there.
Man, D4 get the motherfucker rebound, just race that motherfucker. I'm just on the wing, like, okay, this motherfucker serious.
11-foot rims, though.
Yeah, no bullshit.
And I'm gonna tell you the story why the rims went up. Let me tell you.
Sponsored by Jeff tonight.
And look, let me give you the reason why those courts went up.
Why were they so high? They was like 11 feet, right?
Like,
Batumbo was dunking on them. And by the way, Batumbo was dunking on them motherfuckers
so hard that they figured by putting these joints up. And then we had guys like John Turner in it. These weren't breakaway rims. They had Pat Young and all these guys.
No bullshit.
So he figured by putting this thing up to 11, 12 feet, that it was going to stop guys from dunking, man. But Dikembe still dunking.
Still dunking that bitch.
I tell Dikembe, look, man, stop the shit.
What was that middle school championship game score?
68-55. I mean, shit like it was yesterday.
It was the closest game that actually we had.
Yeah, and they was about that. Now they was stacked.
Blasting.
We couldn't fuck with them.
We had a great team.
We had no answer for this motherfucker off the break.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
The reason for our success had nothing to do with basketball. We had a fucking possessed-ass basketball coach. This motherfucker was crazy. Steve Malum, you fucking crazy. And everybody who was
that's my man.
Everybody who ever played for Steve Malum, they know this motherfucker's crazy. We were scared to lose, man. Remember one time we played Gonzaga JV team, and we only beat them by like 12, 13, 14 points, man. But this man took us back from Gonzaga back to Langley Junior High School. Made the maintenance nigga turn all the upstairs lights the fuck on the floors, man. It made us run them steps, man. And the closest next game that we had was against Curt in the city championship game.
That's crazy.
We beat the shit out of
them old school coaches, though.
Old school coaches, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, this guy,
old school coaches, yeah.
Man, he would, like, he fuck up in school during that day, man. Man, he'd wait till you get to practice. This man might have 20 towels on the floor, man. You don't know what the fuck these towels are.
He got
So he got niggas crab walking with his towels. But he got a paddle, though. Like some shit that would get you locked up. The shit he would used to do that back then.
Shout out to Mike Rice.
Get you 30 motherfucking years right now, man. I'm talking about, man, that shit had you going to class. That shit had you come to school. And I did, by the time I was going to Langley, I was living in Southwest D.C. Nigga, I was in school on time every motherfucking day. It was not a game, man. Fuck with Steve Miner, man. But love you, Steve. You pushed us to the limits, man. For real, no bullshit.
It ain't too many of them out right now like that. You know what I'm saying?
He played too, right?
His brother,
Wes.
Apple.
and Rich, and Apple that owned.
Yeah.
So that whole family is rich. Actually, Richard Mallon was the one that changed my two-hand shot to a perfect jump
they
shot.
actually relate to the Peters family too. They all the same family. Yeah.
You got slick forward to a perfect jump shot. Yeah, the
That
form
shit
jump.
pretty. You know that shit is pretty.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, now Mo, your shit way prettier than mine. Let's not get it twisted. We know who jumping in here the wettest.
You know where I'm going there with it.
So when we gonna rocket Bryson that though?
What you mean?
When we getting a rocket? We
Close to the basket, no room for.
This dog. So who was your I guess in terms of resources, who did you look to for guys? Because as I remember too back then, it was like you and Damon Bailey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all was like the kids, like that was back 8th graders getting recruited by colleges, and like it was just I just remember being crazy and didn't realize it at first that I was playing with the superstars. So like, who helped you, guide you during that time?
Man, during that course of time, it was all Riley Gore.
Mr. Gore, how about the same thing?
We was on the tour with him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, like I say,
Gore, man.
Like 13 years old in China.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we got that trip off of being sponsored by Jenny's Restaurant. They was from Southwest. Willie Boyd put this on. Big Theodore Jefferson, Tiano Johnson. Going to
Tiano, quarterback too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, quarterback too.
Ray Brown, is it that Ray Brown left hand Ray used to go to
Brown?
Went to Brown?
Went to Brown.
Ray?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is on that joint? Devin Ash, y'all remember
Bad
that?
motherfucker. Before the costume, bad motherfucker.
Yes,
he was.
Straight buckets, man.
Yeah.
Devin can do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Devin have no car accident, we don't know about Martin Williams.
Yeah, you ain't lying
That's
about
real
that.
talk.
Yeah.
He was up to something.
Fuck yeah, that was tough as shit. Got in trouble accident. That nigga, 8th grade,
He was tough.
He was one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like, motherfucker was talking about that motherfucker like way back then.
Like, we won the national championship that year out in Vegas with no problems, man.
Nah, he was tough.
So he got in college in like 8th grade?
No. When he got in high school,
it was his 10th grade year.
And after that,
right?
injuries just fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of them bad
That
motherfuckers.
was my 11th grade year. Yeah.
He here behind us.
Yeah.
He here behind us. He Charlie Moore in D4.
We played Potomac that first game. We used to play Potomac first every year.
No, he 89.
No, Devin Ash was 90.
89.
No, he's 90.
Devin
He's
Ash
90
behind us.
He came out with me?
Yeah, he behind us. He
Devin Ash
behind us.
behind us.
Yeah. Potomac, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin Ash. Yeah.
Kevin Powell, them dudes was 89.
Kevin
Ron
Powell was
89. Yeah. Bus was 88.
Yeah.
Rob Bus was 88.
I think that was younger than him, like a year. So.
Devin Ash.
He was
Matter of
tough.
fact, Rob Bus was in that accident with him. Right?
Yeah, they was together.
They didn't get a scar.
They was together.
Kevin Powell was in it too. He broke his ankle.
But doubling back, all Riley Gore guys though.
Yeah, they go, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Gore was the type of coach, man, back then. You look at AAU now, right? And there's no knock on it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Gore was one of them guys that you know that you can count on and has your back.
Yeah,
regardless. You had to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Once Riley Gore meets your mom and your parents trust in him, because he showed nothing but class. Yeah. It wasn't nothing with him. He wasn't saying about these tennis shoes. I'm gonna do this. Nah, you going to practice. You gonna practice hard. Might give you something to eat or something like that. Yeah. But other than that, he had your best interest. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting he didn't get in the way of your recruiting.
He ain't talking to no coaches.
No coaches. It wasn't like that's my kid. You know what I'm saying? Gore was in it. You know, like you said earlier, Gore had a program. Yeah. But it wasn't about like wins or losses. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you were Riley Gore, you know you're in good hands as far as like you ain't going through no bullshit. Right. You don't belong to nobody. It ain't that's my kid. Gore looked out for I just seen Gore look out for guys on other teams.
Yeah. Man, if it wasn't for Mr. Gore, I wouldn't have been able to get recruited.
Right.
No, that's letters in 8th grade. Like if I wasn't with
and Gore didn't lure you in with the tennis shoes and that's the respect he had. It one thing you know when you is practice well organized. It was like you a school team.
Yeah.
You want to be on time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want to listen to everything he say. I've never been in a practice with Mr. Gore, to be honest with you, where no player has had no type of altercation.
No. Everybody laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, easy going atmosphere, man.
And then the motherfuckers then if you want to talk about X and O's, the motherfucking diagram of play, those who play basketball, right? You got this 5 against that 5. Normally, you know, it separates you. Offense go to offense, defense go. He'll fucking drove a play with the defense and the offense looking. And you gonna score that motherfucker. You know the play. He got the next option. Yeah. And let you know, like, and then he in practice with that shit. We see him practice back there with a lob through Michael Taylor or some shit. Yeah. D4 might set the screen. D4 might be throwing the pass. Or it might be D4 in the second option to get the lob from Mike. You know what I'm saying? And we like, all right, go like, it's over. Everything over. Get in there. You know what I'm saying? And we go on the road out there.
Work out too. When we doing the leap up, we used to do all kinds of shit. So we was training. Like we was really training back then.
Gore was the original, man. Original, genuine guy, man. No bull.
He was always for your best interest.
Exactly. Bullshit, never talked to no college coach. Like he ain't want no. But he'll let you know. You such and such called about you. They ask, but he ain't never get in nowhere near the middle of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's time to cut the shit, man. You gotta talk about that 89 run he had, man.
Oh, yeah, this motherfucker right here.
It's time to cut the shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this shit eating me up right now.
I call him Horseshoe. That's my man. Horseshoe, man. Horseshoe. Shot in the 4. That's shot in the 4. He was shot in the 4 to 89.
We was gonna have a parade around Benton Road that night, man. This motherfucker night.
But you gotta think. See, the thing about it,
great team though.
Junior high, this motherfucker, he booms. I'm like, all right. I see this motherfucker getting a high school. I'm like, oh, here you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Here you go, this motherfucker again.
Now he really handled the ball like
the baseline bandit. This nigga baseline, all that little shit.
You got Billy Owens and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Call nigga Billy Tucker.
You and Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway was tough, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. My man, rest in peace, Fat Rodney, man. Man, we took a trip.
Lanny.
We took a trip with a mob, man. It was about 8 of us. Myself, Rome Roach, Lawrence Moten, Big Mike Smith.
That's a nice mob.
Big James Washington, Big Pete played with us up Dunbar. Did Kenyatta go? I'm not sure if Kenyatta went. There was a few other guys that went to Dunbar. So he told us we was going on.
That's why y'all lost, man.
Told us we were going on a little trip. We was going to play in a tournament. You know, Fat Rodney was balling back.
Rest in peace, my motherfucking man.
Wherever he say roll, we roll. So man, Fats took all 5 of his cars down this motherfucker. We got niggas pushing cars, ain't got no license. We going all the way down Hampton, man. So the very first game we played is against some Jerry Curl wearing flying motherfuckers with a high top fade nigga running shit named Penny Hardaway, man. Penny gave every last one of us the business. From me to Moten. I'm talking about, listen to me. The nigga was cooking so motherfucking much. Romeo Roach little ass said, man, I'm not even playing, man. Y'all go ahead. I'm not going out there, motherfucker. Ron actually put his shit back on.
Rosie,
I want to watch
this one. This nigga nice right here. I'm ready to watch this nigga
Y'all was out Tennessee?
Nah, we was down in Hampton.
Oh.
Yeah, my man Fats frequently visit down in the Hampton areas, so we was only with my man.
Frequently. Yeah. No bullshit.
Man. Great days, man.
Them 80s, man.
Yeah.
Remember that free for all? The Patone
Finest, man.
You remember that free for
So
all?
this week we had one of the biggest fights, man, in AAU scrimmage history. I don't think this was a real motherfucker.
He said AAU scrimmage history.
Scrimmage history.
So first of all, our 13 and under AAU team was playing up. We was playing in the high school division, and we was kicking niggas' ass. Like we had beat Balut so motherfucking bad, man. Balut coach came to me, and I had never at this point had never disrespected an adult in my life. And I was about 13, man, with a straight face. He said, man, I'm looking forward to you coming to Balut. I said, man, the only motherfucker where I come to Balut because you buy me a car. I was 13
Shout out to JoJo Hunter.
And I was damn motherfucker serious.
Bang.
I said, nigga, we just beat your motherfucking team. Nigga, I'm 13 years old, man. I'm coming to no motherfucker.
Man! See, that's what it's been happening. NCAA. Fucking wrong with y'all. This shit been going on for years.
Crazy, though, right?
So going back to it, we used to do this thing with players and friends. We used to call on each other's phone. You remember? We used to call,
Fuck you for real. Now, fuck you for real.
Now, my white voice is mean with it, nigga. And my white voice was mean back when I was like 12 or 13 years old, man. And I would call your motherfucking phone if you think I'm Bobby Knight for real. You know what I'm saying? I might, like, Donald Earl, I gotta tell the story. Donald Earl, I love you, Donald Earl, but I gotta tell the story. I called my man Donald Earl. Donald played JV up Blue from down the valley. I called Donald early one Saturday morning, man. This is during the urban collision time, so I called Donald early. I called him the night before. And so Donald would meet me up Dunbar. Man, this Jim Boheim. Man, meet me up Dunbar, 8 o'clock, man. Be ready to work out. Man, my man, up Dunbar before he made this motherfucker. He got his jump rope with him. He got his motherfucking sweatsuit on. By the time we get up Dunbar about 10, 11 o'clock, back and forth, we had been calling coaches, man. I been calling different niggas. I called Jay Bias. Like, Jay Bias couldn't stand me, son. This motherfucker hated me with a motherfucking passion, son. I'm talking about Jay.
This nigga was terrible.
Jay couldn't stand me.
He was terrible.
So were we playing Northwestern or Parkdale? Which one was we playing? We played Northwestern. Yeah, so Jay played with Northwestern.
Oh, this nigga
so
was terrible with that
my
shit.
man Gargamel. Gargamel
Shout out
is in
to
between.
G-Man. I seen the office, baby, next week.
Baby. So my twin, that's my motherfucking twin. Niggas think we bros, man, for real, man. So,
Man, that shit.
so G-Man going back and forth between, you know, everybody slicing the game all up, man. So come to find out, Northwestern had a no dunk rule. Nigga, I'm 13, nigga, I'm hanging court. Back then, nigga, I ain't going down there, I'm gone. Nigga, I got Bryson rebounding, Big TJ, these niggas crashing shit. So I'm out on a break, nigga. I'm ready to do some of my fucking fly 13-year-old shit. Against these niggas push me out the motherfucking edge. I don't hit nothing but that pad up against that motherfucking wall. So when I hit the pad, I just the fuck up and look who does it. And nigga, now I goes to swing, nigga. Now everybody, the whole man, the bleachers, the team.
Crazy,
Some niggas ran. We had some big niggas that disappeared that game. In the bathroom. We ain't naming nobody. This nigga's a prominent broadcasting right now, so we ain't gonna talk about niggas.
You just told it. Hey, shout out to Diggy.
Nah, Diggy, man. Diggy Simpkins can fucking
bad
boogie,
motherfucker.
Yeah, that's my motherfucker.
Hey,
man.
rest in peace, Phil Downs, yo. Phil
Oh
Downs.
yeah, we feel.
Man,
Yeah.
used to cook.
Hey, you get that shit, that college shit though. Y'all niggas, this nigga was stupid as shit.
Yeah, I was
all times in the morning.
Because I had already
he coached him everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
And then it was so easy, but it's funny. It was so easy to get niggas back down that shit because everybody was being recruited by some highly schools. Yeah. This nigga had the voice for all that shit. Y'all didn't call you the house room. That's what we had.
Yeah, that's right.
You get them on phone like this is such a. I was like, hey, look,
you might get somebody. Hey, baby, State on the phone for you. Hey, you got Curt.
I knew this shit.
So if I call and I go into my line about 2-3 minutes, he already know. Nigga, fuck you.
I'll be the 3-8 with this nigga. Hey, Joe, this nigga
Hey, you ain't mean back then, Joe. This nigga say, man, call so-and-so, Joe. Call so-and-so. Let's call this place. Let's call so-and-so all motherfucking night, bro.
This nigga sounded like all the niggas. He tried to give me a few times, like, I ain't going over that shit, Six. I ain't going over that shit. Let's call somebody. This nigga had me laughing like shit, man. We young as shit, though. Niggas sound like early college coach in the country, though. Off the no bullshit, though. What the fuck?
Cause like I said, my college coaches. How the fuck they get your phone number when you're 12, 13? I couldn't tell you, man, but like they call nigga houses, man.
This nigga used to say that.
Like shit. Like shit.
Hey, this nigga was funny as shit with that shit, though.
No
sound
call
like,
ID.
Man, sound like
No call ID.
No call ID.
Shit, wasn't no call waiting back then.
Sound like all
no call waiting.
Sound like all the niggas though. This nigga loves shit. Niggas was going for that shit though, man. No bullshit.
They like, hey man, they called me yesterday.
But he the one getting all the letters in the mail and shit. Like he the one.
All the fucking
He
trash
getting all the
bags.
letters. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking trash bag.
No bullshit, man.
We did a special with the Washington Post. And like I said, I'm young. I don't know no better. But the Washington Post said, bring some mail. You know what I'm saying? We gonna take a picture of y'all mail. Actually, it was me, Dickie, Mike Tate, shit, I can't remember who else was in that joint. So at the time, when we were the top recruited high school players in the country. So shit, I grabbed my twin little brothers, my father. Then we brought all my mail. I ain't know no motherfucker.
That was
So I come to this motherfucker.
crazy.
I got like 3-4 trash bags full of
No
mail.
bullshit. No bullshit.
Mail was so stupid. I got to the point, like I was in junior high school. I knew that if that shit wasn't handwritten,
Yeah.
you was getting that shit.
No, say
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
No, say that.
If that shit
Yeah.
wasn't
Say it
handwritten,
official.
Right.
Man, say it again. Say that shit.
It
You
was
say
not-
that
it
fucking
was
again,
not-
man.
John
Say it again.
Hancock,
Yeah,
like that
fuck
head
man,
coach,
yeah,
not the
yeah,
third
yeah.
assistant.
Right.
We talking about
Yeah.
that head.
Handwritten. Handwritten. No
That shit
bullshit.
was. Cause me and Julio used to do it all the time. We sit and look at the same motherfucking mail. Like, damn, your name is just different. That's the only difference between
Julio's bad motherfucker.
Yeah, that was my dog.
Thank you.
That was
Yes,
my dog.
indeed.
Man,
Who'd you get in-home visits from?
Rick Bonds, man. Rick Bonds stayed in Southeast, man.
Back then, Rick Bonds was.
So he was at what year? Providence?
Dana Alton.
Rick Bonds at
man,
Providence
he was
back
at
then.
Marshall. Like these coaches, man, they stayed in the hood. Actually, it was so convenient for coaches back then because most of the good guys all stayed in the same neighborhood. So say you recruiting Curt, and you know what I'm saying, whoever lives around Curt way, that's already playing and that's hooping.
And they know
gonna
they-
see
John-
it.
John-
So
John
happened,
Thompson? Oh.
Frank Martin was up the street from me.
Frank
So
Martin,
Marshall
yeah.
recruiting them.
Bubble Eye, that's my man right there. Can shoot that
Skinny,
motherfucker. Yeah.
skinny Frank. Skinny
Can shoot
Frank.
that motherfucker.
There you go. Yep.
Now, back in the day, you gotta think those six. They everybody that you going to Georgetown back then.
Yeah, and again,
I'm saying when you was in Langley, they was like, oh, he going straight to Georgetown.
making bad decisions, man, and just I don't know, just doing a whole lot of extra shit, man, with money. You know what I'm saying? Back then, man, basketball was very prosperous, man. Like, we're not even talking about playing in your schools or anything, or playing in these pro leagues. We talking about just playing regular pickup games, man.
Just going
You know what I'm
somewhere.
saying? Nigga just call you, be like, look, man, come on, man, ride with me, man. Go play this little pickup
That shit
game.
meant something,
You
right?
ain't go to sell, man. Man might give you $5,000-$10,000, man, just for riding and playing a little game with him, man. So at that
So you was
point,
already
at
a
that
pro.
age, I was already pretty much taking care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Financially, we was good. So this would really happen on the day of the SAT. Now I was in Georgetown. And just don't get it twisted. I was playing the freshman team, Lonzo Dikembe, Robert Churchwell. You know what I'm saying? That whole mob. We was running through shit. Dave Edwards. You know what I'm saying? So that summer I supposed to take the SAT. So happened, Fat Rodney gives me his car. So I got the car. I got like $10,000 maybe in cash on me. He just gave me, go take the SAT and just go do you after you finish. So what I do as a fool, I don't go take care of my business. I go into Gonzaga, sit in there. Everybody's in there. Matter of fact, Big Dave Creed. Preto get like 1,500 on this motherfucker. He used to go in that motherfucker. All of us in there taking this joint that day. So I goes in there, sitting there for a little bit. I'm looking at this test. They breaking down how long this shit gonna be. I got this motherfucking cash in my pocket. I got this motherfucking car outside. I got these bras uptown on 14th Street.
The wound is back.
Every motherfucker.
The wound. Shout out to Ricky Senior.
I walks
back, baby.
I walks completely out the motherfucking SAT joint, man, and not knowing that one motherfucking decision will change your whole motherfucking life.
Your whole motherfucking life.
So now I'm in Georgetown. You know, I'm on campus. I'm playing. I'm doing all my shit I'm supposed to be doing. Coach Thompson has officially banned me from Southeast. I cannot go over the Southeast for none of this shit. Like everybody, I tell you, there's certain players that get banned from their own neighborhood. And I was one of those players. Couldn't go back over there. So anyway, the summer is beginning to go now. Now they looking for these SAT scores, which I lied to Miss Finnan, who was an academic advisor of that joint. You know how she went. She was serious with it. So I told her I did take the test. So she pressed me on why we haven't got these test scores back. Everyone else got their scores. Where's yours? So it came out. They finally found out that I never even went in that motherfucker to the test, man. And man, Miss Finnan and Coach Thompson pulled me in that office, and I got a verbal abuse from a little white lady. You know what I'm saying? That it was a nun. You know what I'm saying? She let me have it, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, man, you never know.
I don't know if she was a
the
nun,
decisions that you make, man. You know what I'm saying? She was hard, son. Yeah. I don't know. All I knew, she was the academic advisor up there. I don't know what else she done. You know what I'm saying? But she kept niggas on their tippy toes up that joint. So like they was disgusted with me, man. They just let me have it. But you know, even after that, you know, they took me off the freshman team. Even after that, you know, Coach Thompson always left his door open or left that line of communications open. There wasn't nothing I could never call Coach and say or ask or talk to him about. Even when I made the decision to come back home and play at UDC, you know, we had talked about it. He was like, man, you think you're ready to come home? You think you're ready to be around that type of stuff? You think you're ready to take care of what you got to do in the classroom? And you're going to have to take care of the responsibilities, and you got to take care of your people coming to the games. You know, are you going to be able to do all that? So, you know, I finally made that decision to come back home and play at UDC. And it was a big part about talking to him and weighing my options up. You know, after
who's coaching at UDC that year when you played?
Will Jones was up there.
My man. That's my man.
Money Will, man.
Money Will.
Actually, Will probably was the best.
Money Will.
Best recruiter I ever probably played for, man. Because we had 3 or 4 guys that actually were verbally committed to D1s that actually came to UDC that year.
Yeah.
So,
Will the bag man.
Will Jones put it together.
Bag man.
He
All about the bag.
Will Jones had first round picks at UDC.
The bag.
Will Jones, the most arrogantest motherfucking coach I ever played for. I love this nigga, but he did not want to change his system for
That's
shit.
my man, though. That's
me and him,
man,
we bang heads so much, man. But I love Will, man.
Rest in peace, my man.
That's my man. Rest in peace,
Just
man.
passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah. He just he thought we had that Earl Jones team. Like, nah, coach, you got a bunch of young dudes, man. That all of us bring something different to the table, man. We just can't keep trying to run your shit, man. Like, it was times where he wouldn't. He wanted me to be a pure shooter. He never wanted me to drive the ball, none of that stuff. He just wanted me to spot up, and be ready to shoot. But that really wasn't my game, even though I hit big shots. This standing around shooting.
They know.
I like that. That was a big shot right there. That was a big shot. That was a big shot right there. You just threw though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That was a big shot you just threw though. You know?
We ain't talk. Hey, we gotta talk. Hey, we gotta talk about that though, man. We gotta walk through how you into his career. Well,
it was the same year.
He says
it's the same year, and you know your man is running through the motherfucker anyhow.
Yeah, he running through it.
But so happened.
That's my going away.
So happened. I mean, eligible the first half. I can't play the first half, so I missed all that first half work.
That's my going away present.
He is drilling shit. Now, for some reason, he is the motherfucking anyhow all of a sudden. You know, I ain't playing this shit now. This nigga's the anyhow. Curt Smith is the motherfucking Anaheim. I'm talking about niggas are filling these motherfucking arenas up to see this. Shut up, listen to me. Motherfuckers are on the street basketball courts with their socks, with their game demeanors the same as this little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So. When we come back, when I find a chance to come back, shit, we got Coolidge, we got McKinley Tech, we got
y'all had 3 hard ass games. Y'all had y'all business.
So I was just on some different shit. First of all, I was ineligible. Again, no disrespect to the administration, but Donald Ford had to be the only motherfucker basketball player in Dunbar history to ever be academically ineligible. So anyway, I'm not playing. I don't play that first half, but I'm still working on. I'm not even going to practice. My man Renzo was telling me, he giving me play-by-play.
Renzo bad boy.
About everything that's going on in practice.
Black Zoe.
He telling me how niggas feeling. He telling me how niggas who's scared, who not scared. You know what I'm saying? So. But every day I'm somewhere working on my game. I'm talking about whatever any Street and Smith magazine has ever said about what Donald Ford couldn't do. When I go back to this motherfucking game, when I get back on this team, they gonna be able to know what the fuck I can do and what I can't do. And it was just coming down. Just I was in better shape than a lot of guys. I played the game a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I practiced this motherfucking game, man. I worked on this motherfucking craft. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So there wasn't no other choice but just to get better at it. But playing against Curt, I'm in the Anaheim. Actually, this was the Anaheim championship.
Come on, 89, man.
Damn. We had 89. We had 89. That's what you're talking. And I never forget Coolidge Gym because it was always this little lady and this man that eventually years later I got cool with. But they used to always be screaming my name, and man, the old man was cussing me out, and it was my man Bill Burnett mother and his father. So they are letting me have it every game, Joe. So, you know, man.
Shout out to the Bottom Boys.
Me and Bill had played on a few travel teams together, man. We played with Mr. Hill a few times, so we traveled a little bit. So I got familiar with him. But that kind of sparked a lot of stuff too going on. And you got people that. Like, Anaheim was mean back then.
Oh, no, that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember going up Cados and niggas might flash their guns at you.
Hostile environment.
Man, that shit was crazy.
Hostile environment.
But the thing was, the niggas don't know, you niggas got guns, but niggas with me got guns. So there's a bunch of guns.
We got guns too. We got guns too.
Yeah, so we played against Curt. People say the nigga don't play deep, but Curt know how to stay in front of a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He know how to use it. He know how to use his wits and his smarts, man. And it was something I stole off of Curt. A lot of people never even realized I stole it off him, and that's how I used to get a lot of my dunks. The back tap.
I already know.
Yeah.
I already know.
I watched this little motherfucker. I'm like, this
get him over, go one way.
They
go that They go that.
So again, I was a student in the game. So man, watching him and watching the best teacher of all that I had was Melvin Middleton, man.
No
I got to watch this motherfucker handle a basket. Like my dad and they lived with Melvin for a minute, man. Every day I'm around Melvin with his brother Sean. I'm around these niggas, man. I'm watching this nigga do shit with the basket. We used to play this game called Keep Away, man. From our neighborhood. It was on Newman Street, Southeast, up to Willard Road on the Maryland side, almost where Potomac High School is.
Basketball.
Like it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's really not a lot of traffic out on the street. Niggas trying to take the ball.
Out that motherfucking little, I know
Melvin will handle this motherfucking rock from Newman Street to top. You can't take the ball. Niggas out in the street falling, niggas running in the cars. I'm talking about niggas getting fucked up. And Slim, yeah, I stole so much from these guys, man, playing the game, man. It was unreal. I was a big guy. I was a big Curt Smith or a big Melvin Middleton. That's all I wanted to be, like these little motherfuckers.
And that nigga had that handle like a motherfucker. When he got that helm down pack, I said, ain't nobody fucking with this nigga. Fuck that.
Yeah, and that's all just, like I said, a couple of men. But let's go back to his championships, Anaheim championship joint. So
I don't want to talk about that shit.
Like, our guys are having issues bringing the ball up the court. You know what I'm saying? So now, Coach Matt calls timeout. Look, y'all get D4 the ball. Y'all just get out the way. So now it's kind of, me bringing the ball up the court. He ain't never really checked me. He's motherfucker too small. You know, it wouldn't have been no difference with him checking me anyway.
You couldn't grab me even. No, jump out there.
And wasn't going to try to.
Yeah.
We got guards. We got defenders. Nigga, Tim Hawkins. Shout out to Tim Hawkins. Get out on the front of that 1-3-1 and chase that motherfucker and get that 50 in your mouth.
Coach Mack was talking about that too, man.
You want to be a defensive stopper, do you, motherfucker? Stop that. Yeah, no bullshit. So, you know, man, that shit was mean, man. Them games, man, it was so intense, man. Jam-packed, man. Man, that coolest joint, man. That joint was serious, man.
Stars was that
Stars was up in that joint, man. Everybody was up in there.
No bullshit.
People enjoy high school basketball, man.
I can't help myself but to think. So, I mean, who would you compare yourself to? I like to say modern day. It don't have to really be, because I have my own idea, and I think we said this before, Bone, but you didn't agree with me. I got this is in my head. No blue. But like, so when I say modern day, it don't have to be right now. Like it can even be like newer school.
I'm gonna give you a mixture of Tracy McGrady, a little bit KD. That's who I tried. That's why if I look at myself, you know, back then on the type of shit you was on. Yeah, especially after I learned how to really shoot. Because after I learned how to really shoot, I was like, fuck on.
When you learn to shoot, you start shooting. I started shooting that motherfucker.
Yeah, because I was like, fuck that. Them niggas hacking that edge. I'm not gonna keep going.
I'm gonna get my name, Joe. And I said this to you, but you didn't agree. I don't know if you agree or disagree. And this is a little bit, almost our era though. I was saying Big Dog.
Yeah.
Big Dog.
You can get with that. Like I said, I watched everybody, you know.
Big Dog,
you know,
man.
But I started out with Pat Ewing.
Don was probably more facilitated.
Then when I got, that
better, but I'm saying that
all these guys, all my game was kind of like I started from Pat Ewing to liking Len Bias. That's how I got the baseline J, because I love Lenny. And the Big Dog, that's just straight aggression, being down low, not being able to get stopped. But Danny Manny that's why I changed my number from 34 to 25. You know what I'm saying? Because I love Danny Manny, man. Danny was my motherfucker, man. Danny kind of did some shit, man. Yeah.
And was going to get it bucket.
I know he keeps trying to push away from it, but you hit a shot on them too to put that shit away.
We
talk about this all the time. We talk all the time.
Shit getting close. And it was funny because 1989 was when they first put the 3-point line in. So it was 2 games. These 2 games I hit shots on. Mentally, I don't even know the game is motherfucker over because these 3-point lines are.
I call them down the horseshoe, man.
You know down the horseshoe. But going back to the horseshoe shit, let me tell you some real shit. And guys will attest to this. Like every night, we would play basketball. Now, some nights, I would be out there later than others. But I wouldn't go into the house until I hit that motherfucking half-court shot.
I
wouldn't go in the house.
Now, that was the shit back in the day anyway.
If it took...
That was shit back in the day anyway.
We used to do that shit in the practice.
That was shit back in the day
anyway. If I had to leave the court, go to 7-Eleven, get some chips and get a soda, I'm sitting there on the court, eat my shit, and then I got to go right back to hitting this motherfucking half-court shot, man. Like, my grandmother thought I probably was outside and all kinds of shit. I'm on the basketball court at 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning trying to hit this one motherfucking shot. So, the shot... You know what I'm saying? You can see it wasn't no heave. It was a natural shot because I was used to shooting this motherfucker up my whole motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? So that was with the 89 shit that's gonna heat him up. We're gonna get to that back. So anyway, we playing against Curt and we think we might be down by 1.
He baseline us though.
You know what I'm saying? And
he baseline us. He baseline us.
He Billy Owens.
After we call the timeout, man, Black Zoe say, look, man, I'm not passing this ball nowhere else, man. It's just gonna be me and you. And I think for maybe 130 something to maybe 140 minutes, a minute 40, me and Zoe just played catch until I got to the spot where motherfucker relaxed and I wired the fuck it open. And I let it go. Bill mom was sick. Rest in peace, his dad. Bill was fucking sick. That's my man, Sweatsuit.
Sweatsuit!
Be here, Sweat, and tell me y'all recruiting.
Who else was sick?
Kurt Smith was definitely sick. You know what I'm saying? Because this motherfucker had just lost him in junior high school. So, you know, this motherfucker like, this nigga did this bullshit again, Joe. So, yeah, that's how it was.
Motherfucker.
But you know what's crazy? But you say that shit all the time, right? You hit them shits back in the 8th grade, 9th grade shit. Like, in games.
Ask Bill,
like in games.
Tell you, Donnie Gross
Donnie Gross, motherfucker. Yeah,
Donnie Gross had a little AAU team that they slid together that summer, right after we finished playing. Donnie, you owe me motherfucking money too, motherfucker. I'm looking for you. Donnie bet me $200 I couldn't hit that same motherfucking shot from the Cold Field House because we was practicing the Cold Field House. I didn't hit it. I didn't splash that motherfucker. But that joint went the fuck back in from the same exact motherfucking spot. So, yeah. Like, it was just a natural motherfucker shot.
Now we gotta get to that. Now we gotta get to that.
Let's get to these curl niggas, man. This is an ongoing motherfucking feud, man. These curl niggas was dragging our motherfucking ass all summer of '89, nigga. We could not beat these niggas. Matter of fact, we lost to them up Georgetown. Didn't y'all beat us up Georgetown? Yeah. Yep, they beat us up Georgetown, man. They beat us all summer. Matter of fact, me and Moten had our own little personal rivalry in our own head. His junior high school was directly across the street.
Up that way.
His shit was directly across the street. Like, when we come on our playground, they come on their playground, we can see each other. You know what I'm saying?
Much with the tech, though.
Yeah, crazy. That shit was crazy. So, me and Moten already had our little shit. Me and Moten, actually, that summer of Coolidge, me and Moten got to fight. Nigga ripped my jersey off. Man, I got the motherfuckers. That shit was intense, man. The curl niggas let us have it.
Let's get to what we talking about, though, man. So we get some shit off my chest.
We had the Cold Fist Limit. You, Moten, and that motherfucker Marvin, y'all did y'all. Y'all just ain't had no motherfucker body else after y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we looking at the video. I've seen the video a few times, man.
Hey, slide me that video if you got it.
I gotta get it again. Coach of Dunbar got it, Coach Ward. Shout out to Dunbar, Crimson Tide. Shout out to Mob.
People need to see it.
Executive 6, baby. Yeah.
That was a great game.
That was a great game. It's probably the best game.
Nah, that was one of the greatest fucking city title games ever I've seen.
Probably was the best city title.
Yeah, that was tough. It was jam-packed, that motherfucker.
Yeah, matter of fact,
those were the days.
I'm telling niggas, I ain't gonna sleep that night, Joe.
You was ready.
Yeah. You
Coach
still
Mack
been watching when you was young? And you in that motherfucker?
Coach Mack said the play wasn't for you.
Nah, none of the plays was ready. Like
I was ready.
Lorenzo was just on. Lorenzo just had that faith in him.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? Lorenzo like that, man. Straight general, man. Lorenzo ran the house, man. And a lot of people don't realize Lorenzo won 2 city championships up there, man. He won his 10th grade year retired and his 12th grade year going out the door. So,
started off and finished off.
Yeah, West Sox. Hey, we you know, Zoe was the only senior on our team, man. So on senior night, we hid this nigga's shoes and his motherfucking socks, man. We hear this shit right up until it was time to go back out for the motherfucking second one. That black motherfucker was sick, man. That was a man, though. Love you, Zoe. Good nigga, man. But yeah, man, Curl beat the shit out of us a few times, man.
Nah, that was a war up in that Cold Field.
Yeah, that was a straight war. We went back and forth, man. I don't think a lead for any team.
That was one of the best games ever.
Yeah, it's like
that was one of them CBS games where you watch motherfucking them biggies. That shit was like that.
And I'm gonna tell you what people don't realize, we played basketball. It wasn't a bunch of plays being called out there. We just played straight.
If you're in zone, you got your zone off.
Man, you was at the gym that day just hooping like game go to such and such. The game go to such and such.
We can stop and go in transition.
The coaches, it was a well coached game, and both coaches knew what they had.
We'll never get a game like that again, though.
Nah, man, it's talent very well.
No, so like in the city, I don't think that'll be getting. It didn't be competition level like that no more.
Our biggest thing in the city is the administrations. These principals are they're not from here.
They terrible. They terrible.
They're not from here. Why should I push?
They terrible.
I'm concerned about you know stuff that's going on. You know, I'm concerned about this paycheck. Let me keep these.
Prince was back then.
Keep this money.
Prince was back then. Made sure that athletics meant something.
My Prince would travel with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Very supportive.
Wherever we went, from Vegas to Alaska.
This make the school look good.
That year, Cadoza played. O'Connell was probably the last one close to that because O'Connell was top 10 in the country. Cadoza wasn't ranked in the area, and they beat them motherfuckers.
Was that behind Ephraim's there?
Oh, she.
That was Lindsay's last year.
Lindsay's last year.
My junior high school, yeah.
Okay. Was that game at Coolidge?
No, it was at GW.
GW. Mm-hmm. I was at that game. GW, yeah.
That was crazy.
It's fucked up now, though, man. Yeah.
What you think about the little younger man with the Lakers, man? You think he could have bumped back then? Little young Alonzo Ball.
back then the game has changed so much, man. Back then niggas put niggas on their back.
Fuck that come from?
Like, them youngins, man. Them youngins would have been able to play.
Lonzo Ball come from this
I'm just wondering, man.
In the type of era we played, I mean, because first of all, I'm gonna fuck you up just off GP because they say you can play. You know what I'm saying? You gonna hack them niggas just to see where they at. Them youngins, the game is just so. The game is watered down.
I got another question for you. So,
they got a lot of height.
Lonzo Ball.
hey, you play.
You know what I'm saying? Lonzo Ball. This conversation.
You play half your. You play half of your 89, right?
Right.
So you think if you would have that year, you would have been first team All Met if you had played the whole year, right? You think so?
Man, it's kind of hard. How many guys?
I was gonna say that, so I put I pulled the first team on. I pulled the first team on Met team out from 89.
How many guys? How many guys do you know?
What was the question?
The question is, if he had played the whole year, been first team on Met, who would he have replaced? Who would he have replaced?
That's a question for.
Who year is that? What year is that?
89.
That's a question for.
89. Christian Nash won on fucking 89, man.
I'm talking about 90, right? I'm talking about 89. You can't replace nobody on there. Probably Ray Slater.
Nah, Ray Slater was.
You said I couldn't replace nobody.
I'm saying if there would have been a spot for you, who would you think he would have replaced?
Like you just said, any of these
Ray
niggas.
Slater.
Oh,
man, he was
That's our year?
That's your team right there.
Oh, I can show you. I can show you probably replaced. Let me see. Probably replaced.
It's crazy, like I said.
7 NBA players.
I'm the Anaheim MVP. I'm the city championship MVP.
We probably should have added him to the list.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's all
Yeah, I'd have been on there. I wouldn't replace nobody. Because these are all the guys I went to Nike camp with.
Yeah.
Now, I also went up that motherfucker 3 years in a row.
Yeah, we got to be on this list right here.
Just got Adam.
Yeah, for sure. That's a hell of a list right here.
D4
D4 on this list.
Shout out to the second team.
D4 is on this list. There ain't nobody here.
This Ray Slater was the best player in Prince George County that year.
Yeah,
Well, Mike Tate.
Mike Tate.
D4 definitely was.
He was the basketball.
Man,
Mike Tate was a bad motherfucker.
You know what's crazy with that though? PG County had 4 dudes on that old Met team.
Yeah.
What's so crazy about it?
I should have been
That's
on there.
good.
As much as people talk about the
That's nasty.
No, the one you got
back then.
This 89 year was when you got to think that 88, that 90 class was mean.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Then you got Mike Smith was on there 11th grade year.
And Dick was on there.
It was like 4. It was 4 guys.
Mike Smith, Lawrence Moten.
It was 4 or 5. It was 4 or 5 guys that repeated.
Grant Hill, yeah, that 90
all of us that went to that Nike camp.
Yep. Remember that crazy shit?
Out of that list, I'm just saying that motherfucker don't make it.
90 because only you ain't
But no. But you got to
that
think.
shit was
I mean, if we talking real, the only reason why D4 now on this list is because he didn't play the first half of the season.
Right.
That's this is like I'm looking at this like shit.
You can replace somebody.
Yeah, this is a crazy ass list right here.
It is crazy.
Couple people.
Yeah, this is a crazy ass list right here. Of no bullshit.
Nah, that's not.
George Lynch was an animal.
It was talent here. Aaron
You hear
Bain.
Aaron Bain?
Aaron Bain good boogie, man. Aaron Bain good boogie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Opie.
Then we got your man McLeese as the coach.
Yeah.
Just look 6'8", 6'7", 6'7", 6'5", 6'9", 6'4", 6'8", 6'8", 6'7".
And you.
And I'm 6'1". This tough right here though. Nah, this tough. But these are names back when D4 we was in the mix.
Yeah, that's when shit was real.
Yeah, shit was real. Yeah. I think them was the best motherfucking days of hooping as far as that city. Yeah. Just the 80s pre. I ain't gonna say that year. The 80s pre, because you got your Springline mob, 31-0. You got the St. Andrews mob, them Michael Best, Smith and them, Phil Gamble, Bobby Winston. Boom, you got that mob. Then you can go to the Mark Tillmans, the Gonzaga, Perry Carter, Mark and them. You can go to Darryl Prues, the Dunbars, the Darryl Prues, Darryl McClain.
Keep going up the line.
You can go, you know what I'm saying? Then you can go, in the early age, you can go to Anthony Jones, the motherfuckers, Buster Charles and them. Then you can go to Tyrone Jones, and you can just mix all that home. Jamie Duncan Hines from Lou.
Yes.
Like Ellison from Woodson. You can go, that shit was sick back then.
Besides you and Mike, you think anybody else from Anaheim, besides Donald, would have been on that team? Should have been on that team?
That year?
That year?
That year?
Just you and Mike.
Me, Mike Donald.
Did anybody from Baloo make it that year?
It could have been Michael
should have
Robinson.
been somebody from
Michael Robinson.
Did Mike make all
Nah,
that
that
year?
was 90, man. He ain't make it.
No, he talking about the 89.
89, because it was only 2
Yo, so
Anaheim
you
guys.
saying like...
It was only 2 Anaheim guys.
It
Who
could
else
have
from
been like, yeah, hell yeah.
So you and Mike was only 2 and a half?
And then, yeah. because you got to
I
think.
never noticed that. That was crazy, man.
Then you got to think. Me and Mike. Gregory Benz was the leading scorer in Anaheim. Average 30 that year.
What was he at?
Spring on. Could have easily made that shit.
Yeah.
But the competition level was so fucking crazy that year. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to get a team in there. I mean, hard to get one guy in there that didn't. The record price was a little fucked up.
Oh, I get what you're saying. If you have a mob, you probably
boom. But that motherfucker Gregory Benz was serious.
Greg. Donald Huff, he had his favorites, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
And you know what's so crazy? Donald Huff.
Stacey Roberts said the same thing.
Donald Huff had his favorites, and Donald Huff also. He also was very well organized and very well with his shit. Mm-hmm. He studied his homework to know who I supposed to put in this motherfucking paper today or the next day. Right. Donald Huff was a bad motherfucker with that shit.
Was Laurel good that year?
Who?
Laurel.
Nah.
Or Ray was just the man.
Ray was the man.
Average 32 a game.
Yeah, he was cooking. Yeah. He was cooking. Wasn't nobody he scored in dark gym sometimes.
I'm about to tell you a story about Ray out dark gym. So
That nigga
this is Ray's first time seeing your brother. Mm-hmm. Ray break down and started crying out that joint, man. Oh my God, it's my favorite player. Charles Smith is this you, man. I was like, oh my God.
Hey, Mo just
then we talk about the Maryland shit. That's what made me say, oh, these Maryland niggas are kind of different, man.
Yeah, it was some Bryson DNA type motherfucker.
Mo just said Ray Slater. Hey, Mo said Ray Slater hung court the whole year.
Ray, get that joint.
Ray got buckets. I mean, I got a chance. He played
in college.
And Drake, he wasn't no slouch motherfucker.
Nah, I know that.
He can score that back.
Shout out to Alvin Junior College. Had 20 motherfuckers from DC out there at one time. All of us left.
I was out there one time.
All of us left. And they still won the national championship out there.
I was out that motherfucker at one time. Oh, no bullshit. Now, Ray was good, though. Ray was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Ray was good.
Yeah.
Ray was good.
Who would you say the top 5 guys you played against, probably?
Played against?
Yeah.
Area-wise?
Yeah, area-wise.
Just guys how guys play high school?
Yeah, or just or somebody you said, man, he was a problem.
Man, anybody.
Everybody that was just a problem, too. Or somebody this is a problem. Like, man,
Red
this
Cup,
dude,
man. Anybody you
Man,
play
like growing up, we said we talked about being prosperous and playing basketball for money a lot. So I did play a lot of one-on-ones for money, but I picked who I played.
What's your one-on-one record?
Now I'm probably undefeated
for the bread.
For the bread. No, my bad. Cam Clark, no disrespect. Cam, I was about 14 years old, man. This was my first money game. And like I said, I'm young nigga. I don't know really a whole lot about these niggas being out on the pound all day. They scraping, they grinding to get this money. And they will fuck you up for this 500 motherfucker.
Yeah, no bullshit.
I'm 14 years old and I'm playing this grown-ass motherfucker man for $500. So the first time I go to the basket, I get this shit fouled out. I call foul. This nigga looking at me like, nigga, you ain't lost your motherfucking mind. Nigga, ain't get no motherfucking ball out here. So being 14, nigga, that just completely just fucked me. Nigga, what am I great dude now? I can't call ball. Nigga, how the fuck am I gonna score this motherfucker? So the dude, Kevin Clark, man, I don't know if Kevin played that Baloo. But Kevin from that Wilder place, man, Kevin, you beat the shit out of me, man. And after that,
so the brother Kevin?
No, it was another dude named Kevin. Kevin was from the hood. Like Kevin was real, like hood nigga. Like he grinding, he selling his shit, getting his shit off, and then who?
What was the score?
Man, probably beat by 11 nothing. Probably beat the dog shit off me. Kevin beat the brakes off me, man. My man, rest in peace, Mark. Tim Abraham, man. Tim was cranking over there getting some money. And Tim loved me, man. Tim ain't give a fuck. Nigga. Tim like, I got that money on my man, yo. But that one time against Kevin, Kevin fucked me around. And that also stopped me from calling the ball. You know what I'm saying? Playing against dudes for money. Man, you're not getting no ball calls, man. You gotta play through that shit. So, but after that, man, like I ran through a few guys, but like
no blue.
No 20 seconds. So my biggest competitor 20 seconds was a dude named Big Hands Curt, man.
Hands bad motherfucker.
Me and Hands were actually friends, man. Like when I moved to Southeast, Hands was probably the first motherfucker to actually extended his hand out to me because them Southeast niggas wasn't playing with them Southwest motherfuckers. They couldn't stand me when I first got the motherfuckers Southeast. But me and Curt got cool, man. So the Condoteurs dudes used to always try to get me in hands to play for the money. You know what I'm saying? But I knew where that game, I had seen too many other guys play for the money. I knew where that game was going to go. You got these neighborhoods, I was dealing with the 15-place guy. Shout out to Jamie Freeman, my motherfucking man, got my back slam anytime. So we used to always play late at night when there wasn't nobody on the court. And this motherfucking Curt was unfucking real, man.
Bad motherfucker.
I'm talking about Slim. It was nice. He would drag my motherfucking ass. And it was a lot of nights I would drag him just because I had to take him away from the basket. But anything in that motherfucking paint, Slim, man, this motherfucker Curt was a motherfucking problem.
He was before his time.
Way before his time.
Indeed.
He was tough. He was
He
really
didn't
tough
get a chance to get.
6'5".
He didn't get a chance to go on that major circuit like we did.
No. He was making too much money.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that motherfucker was bad.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Nah, Hands was tough.
Hands was tough as a motherfucker, man.
Dumbo, he went to Hawker Prep, right?
Yeah.
Who was that? Was Stu, brother?
Nah, Stu wasn't out there yet, man. Actually, when I first got to Hawker Prep, we didn't even have no motherfucking coach. We had the headmaster of the school who was the coach. So we had a few. We had a few. Actually, Todd Washington, you remember Todd? Dominique and them cousin. What's Dominique?
So who ended up coming up there?
This how we did. The headmaster started. So Todd was really the player coach, man. So Todd was making all the motherfucking moves. Todd was the one that got me to come out there. So Todd was like, man, we gotta get a coach. Like, I transferred Stanley Wright. Remember Big Stan? Stan came out there.
Jumping motherfucker.
X-Rehip transferred out there.
Now
we are beginning to get motherfuckers that can play. We got this headmaster coaching. So Eddie Saw.
Was Serge there?
Not yet. Nah, Serge came out there left. Eddie Saw was our first coach that we had. So,
man, that's little Eddie.
Yeah, Ed was so cool, man. Ed was the coolest motherfucker. I don't think Ed maybe said a motherfucking thing to us the whole time we played, man. But again, Ed was more into baseball. When he was coaching that baseball, they was killing shit up Wilson too. They was like really dominating shit up that joint. So the team, like I said, the team was beginning to grow. Now we're playing bigger schools now. Ed was like, maybe this is a little bit too over my head. Let's bring Paul Fuqua in. Now, me and Fuqua had already been beefing.
Oh, Fuqua was in Hawker Prep?
Yeah.
That was your high school coach.
Yeah, his man.
The bag.
So, man, Fuqua had
already...
The bag, man.
One year he flipped that money.
Yeah.
Flipped that money 1 year, he got out of there.
Yeah.
Man, he was beefing because of the New York DC game. I was one of the first originals to play in that New York DC game when it came
I
down.
played in that too.
Of Georgetown?
Yeah, I played in that. All those players.
For some reason, man, Fuqua didn't play me maybe 2 minutes, man. My uncle was so motherfucking heated.
Y'all was on the same team, right?
I was there. My uncle was actually trying to get me to leave. He was trying to get me to leave the game.
That was the year after
played him George.
I remember that game.
And my uncle was like, man, come on, man, fuck that game. I was like, nah, it's a lot of people hanging in
Louisville 1 year.
So after that, this motherfucker ended up coming up Hawker Prep, man.
Y'all was beefing.
So we was already beefing. I was sick of this.
Y'all became cool
man.
though.
We became cool at the time, and then like sometimes basketball goes over some people's head, man.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to make adjustments on the fly, man. The breaking point between me and Fuqua was we played against Flint Hill, and we talked about when I coached my charter school. I had the guy Thomas. I had Thomas Gibson, and we went to play against Martin Christian.
Too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we played against that team.
Man, few coaching techniques was kind of like, nah, we don't want you to bring the ball up. We had a little Gozan. Remember little Gozan?
I know Gozan.
Little, but he was a freshman though.
He could play a little bit.
He could play a little bit, but he wasn't ready for Flint Hill at the time. They got Brian Williams at the, and he's out there bullying shit. You know what I'm saying? But at that game, he didn't want me to bring the ball up. We not even getting the ball, man. Flint Hill beat the brakes off us, man. We mainly got the ball past half court maybe 20 times the whole motherfucker game. You know what I'm saying? And that made me think, like, do I really want to be here with this guy, man? You know, we already had these issues in the other joint. So again, not realizing, guess what? If you wait this shit out a few more months, they gonna bring Stu Vetta in this motherfucker. Nigga, they gonna bring Serge Wicker up in this motherfucker. Nigga, your shit is gonna go from here to 1,000 real fast. But I bailed. I got the fuck up out of that joint, man. Then that's when the whole culture of the whole program changed. So, like I said, Stu came, Serge came. They go to being ranked in the country, all that shit. And now I'm bouncing around from junior college to junior college because I done said fuck high school altogether. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how that Hogger Prep shit went, man. And then at Washington Post, they was vicious with that shit.
Yeah, I read the article. They
followed me around, man.
Yeah, they was vicious.
They would take shit that I said and put it into their own words.
Yeah. I read the article.
People made me saying like, man, this motherfucker don't like school. This motherfucker just can't go to.
Because I think in the article they say he's committed to Murray State, right?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, shout out to Popeye Jones, motherfucker. That's my motherfucker. He was my chaperone. They made me sign that weekend. Yeah, baby. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was in 11th grade when I went down that motherfucker on a visit, man. And Big Popeye said, Slim, man, you want to go to the homecoming dance first? Or you just want to go to your room first, nigga? I said, nigga, let's go to the room first. Man, after that night, man, we go to the gym the next day. I was like, man, coach, where the papers at, man? I signed. We ain't got to do nothing else. and I did fuck around, commit down that motherfucker. Like I said, it was 11th grade, so you know that shit don't really matter.
Right, don't really matter.
So, I had fun down that motherfucker. Man. Shout out to UNLV for letting the nigga come there for about 9 days on a visit.
Bag.
Yeah.
The bag. Bag. Get at me, Dave, brother. Holler at me. The bag.
Yeah, that high school, man. That high school recruit was mean back then, man.
Man, that shit was super mean back then. That shit is insane though, man.
Nah, man, you come home, you might not know who the fuck in your house, man. You might have Jim Boeheim sitting on your fucking couch with your grandmother, and then sweating like a motherfucker, was hot as shit in that joint. But man, that's when the coaches was coming out, man.
So speaking of that, who was your schools back then? What schools did you want to go to?
Man, like I said, I had always wanted to go to Georgetown. It was like I said, I grew up 8, 9 years old playing for number 4 Boys and Girls Club, and we used to play games at the Capital Center before Georgetown.
Right. Wow.
Actually, I got the name Little Pat from Michael Jackson joining on me all the time. You know, I'm out there with the number 33 on. I got my knee pads on. I'm rocking the basketball the same way he doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was always a Georgetown fan. If it was gonna be anywhere, I was just going on visits just to go on. Right. Georgetown, where I really wanted to be at. You know what I'm saying? And we had already ran everything. We ran Georgetown's system at Dunbar. So everything would have been easy to me. A lot of those guys go to Georgetown that leave, they're not comfortable in that system. You know what I'm saying? I was comfortable in the system. I knew how to score in the system without plays being called for.
Because you knew the system.
Because I knew the system. So I
knew the system. And that's your type of shit. Yeah. Just play basketball.
Just play basketball.
Yep. And it's funny because like when Reggie Williams on the show a few weeks ago, he made a statement. He said, "Man, nobody." He said, "I never even open my game up. Nobody really can see what I do." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's remind me of him. Like nobody can really see what this motherfucker do back because he played with so much talent on the team for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? Like the trip out LA, you got Monty Williams, George Lynch, Aaron Bain, Mike. All these niggas play the same position but different styles. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you ain't got to be that dominant motherfucker out there. You just got to be like, I'm distribute. I'm gonna just play. That's one thing D Ford always did. He ain't never try to outshine nobody.
I always had fun playing.
Just had fun playing basketball. But I think that's what made the game so easy. We was in Hampton that year. We worrying about who the fuck gonna stop Adrian Orchard. Right. We remember Mr. Kitchens like, you know what I'm saying? We was talking, man, put down on that motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't check no motherfucking Adrian. You can't run no point. And this motherfucker showed this motherfucker. I said that I left that motherfucker back then saying, this motherfucker bad motherfucker. I'm gonna get on this motherfucking wing and run with down the court and hope this motherfucker find me. You know what I'm saying? And then this motherfucker gonna defend from a 1 through a 4. Yeah. One of the original tall motherfuckers I've ever seen just dribble the basketball and just translates the game from a guard to a motherfucker 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
You was like Scottie Pippen.
That's the shit that was funny as shit.
That's just my
I
started with the
Hey,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. He got the jump ropes and all the dumb shit.
You had some Scottie Pippen in
That's
your
the shit
game.
that was funny, man.
You had some Scottie Pippen in your game.
He knows some other shit.
Point four.
Now,
He
I
knows some other
wasn't, I
shit.
wasn't no lock. You wasn't gonna be like, man, go out there and shut the scoring motherfucker down every night. Now, I wasn't doing that, but if it was a time where I had to step up to the challenge and check a motherfucker,
And that's what you gonna do.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and that's what that motherfucker did. And that's no bullshit. You got D4 tonight, though. Motherfucking dumb. I'm sick of y'all dumb about niggas, though, for real.
Yeah, there's been a lot of y'all on
We in
here.
the street, man. We in these streets, man.
I'm sick of y'all, man. I'm dumb with y'all.
Legendary.
Hey, you know, I just thought about something, Joe. You know what I'm saying? You was coaching in the 30x30 back in March. Y'all
Man,
beat
time
Curt.
shit, man,
Y'all
big
beat
shit.
Curt time in the semifinals, man. You
Yeah.
can't get a win
Can't
against
get
this
enough.
dude.
Can't get away, man.
You took Curt team.
Man, that was a setup this
Did
summer.
Mo coach?
Mo coach.
Yeah, he beat them too. I think we beat them.
Yeah, you did beat them. Yeah, y'all went
We went
undefeated.
undefeated up that though. Y'all ran through that shit, man. So that shit continued.
You beat Mo.
Dr. Dre shit. The song.
I think it's just something with the setup. I think you and Rick got together. And that nigga gave me 8 point guards. That nigga gave me all guards. Let me choose my own team this show, They set me up. This year, man. They set me up with this shit, man.
That was real fun, man.
Oh no, boy. That's a good thing that have a motherfucker like you coaching that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I had great, man. Lover, man. Shout out to Lover. Lover, refuse to lose, baby. Hey, man,
Charlie Moore went 0-3 though. 30x30, 0-3.
What?
Your mom went 0-3, man.
What mom?
Was your record?
At the 30x30.
Mo say, what mob? You ain't give him no mob.
Yeah.
He had three of his guys on Division I rosters right now.
So what that got to do with
I'm just telling you.
I ain't got
It might be the coaching. It might be the coaching. It might
ain't got nothing to do with chemistry, man.
It might be the coaching.
No chemistry at
I
all.
want you to know.
Give me the motherfucker just trying to get me in D1.
It's for the kids, baby. It's
Yeah,
for the
give
kids.
me the one trying to get in D2. They gonna win that tournament.
They gonna play hard as a motherfucker.
Yeah, they gonna play hard as shit. No couple D3 and JUCO motherfuckers on my team this year.
Crazy.
Yeah, let me pick my team this year.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, let me pick my team.
Let's have a draft,
Oh,
motherfucker.
we should though. We should.
Let's have a draft.
Better shirts, man. You gave us some motherfuckers. Hey, them shirts, man.
I got y'all next. We got the silk next.
Hey, nah, you gotta tone it down.
We gonna get the silk next.
Them shirts was like a motherfucking winter jacket, man. Hey, bro, remember
What? The coach knows.
Dashiki Joe.
them joints was heavy as shit. I was like,
We living with sponsorship. Shout out to Kenny Westray. CB Entertainment all day.
yeah, man. Hey, them shirts was like,
Shooters Rob.
hey, that was like playing in New England.
Hey, but they only lost one. Y'all only lost one game though. So you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we had y'all too.
yeah, y'all did. I didn't like your staff. I did not like your staff. You figured out. Yeah.
Man, quoi?
And sweatsuit.
Sweatsuit. Oh, sweaty.
Sweat was out there.
Yeah, sweatsuit. Y'all beat them.
Yeah.
Some played well.
Oh no, Lex played real good.
Yeah.
Lil Moose played good as shit. That
Khalif played well.
Yeah, because
Khalif played well. Yeah.
If Lil Moose learned how to play some defense, he'd be one of the top players in the area.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, who's the youngin that played on my team? The 6'4", bigger.
Oh, Deron Bonds.
That Wise.
Youngin,
Wise.
yeah, youngin from Wise.
He go to JUCO.
What's
JUCO.
yeah.
Yeah,
JUCO?
JUCO Navarro.
No, he signed with China, man.
Hey, you had the other kid that averaged 20 and 18, like
Yeah,
Daniel.
yeah,
Yeah, he only a junior. He'll be back next year.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you 30 going this year, right?
March.
Recruiting now. Put me on probation now. I'm coming to every high. I'm picking my own team this year, y'all. I'm coming to every high school game.
You can't do that. Early bird special. You early bird
Hey, Rob niggas, inbox me. Inbox me, baby.
Oh, you picked the right man for the job. You picked the right man.
Inbox me, Rob.
You gonna get you right. I got you 12 seniors.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got 6 JUCOs.
Hey, I'll holler you tomorrow, Mike Jones.
That's right, because most of your team graduated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike Jones, I'll holler at you though. I know what's up.
What's up, my man Blanco? Springbrook.
Oh, he'll be at Quinnipiac next year.
Yeah.
He'll be there this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he going to Quinnipiac, but he only
signed?
He signed with Quinnipiac.
Don Levy.
Yeah, he signed with Don Levy.
He signed,
He did.
Baker,
Baker.
Levy.
Yeah. No, he signed. He signed next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got James West. He's at Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah, we can do it up 30.
Tyler Williams is at Howard.
We-
Yeah,
we-
you had
that's
some
gonna be
names.
a blast.
Yeah, no, I mean, some young guys.
That's gonna be blast. That was even the setup, the format. You know what I'm saying?
Breakfast.
All that shit was
That'd be a
good.
mob too.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
in there, yeah, definitely.
You
We got Coach Mack out of retirement.
Yeah, my man.
Y'all
Coach
beat
Mack.
upset.
Yeah.
And he had a mob.
Yeah, him and Booty.
They had a
Him and Booty. Him and my little young and Booty. What's up, Clarence?
She chose me.
Yeah. We gonna end this show tonight, man. Great time tonight. I wanna ask D Ford one question before we roll out, you know what I'm saying? Another good show, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for our viewers. D Ford, if you had to do it all over again, man, what would be the difference, man? What would you do a little different as you did back then?
Man.
Knowing the recruitment process, knowing what you know now,
What?
as being the number 1 player in the country.
After I hit that shot, I'd have put my name in the draft.
Thank
That's
you.
it for school.
There you go. My motherfucking man. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker said it the way he wanted to be said, man. That's what's up, man. That right to the point, because we didn't get that chance back then.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't get that chance. And I think it was some of the best talent ever to come to this motherfucking city around that time.
Yeah.
And you said exactly what I wanted you to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
All these pros that we played with, yo. You a
Yeah.
pro. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like during the high school era, dog. Pro, like there's not even, we ain't talking about college. Mike Tate, that ain't even a discussion.
But he just said,
y'all dudes ain't-
he answered the question like
Hey,
that
that's
was
shit though. That's real
Yeah.
shit.
another good show, man. Thanks for everybody. We'll see y'all next week, man. Never know who here next week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Living legends, dog. Living
Never
legends.
know. Appreciate y'all,
Living
man.
legends.
We out. Peace.